Today we are talking about behavior in the wedding industry that really makes my head and brain explode. It's going to be a fun one. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle and I am a wedding and event planner, and on this channel I like to share wedding planning tips and tricks, behind the scenes fun, and basically what it's like to work in this industry. So if that sounds like something that you like, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on future videos as soon as they get posted. Today we are talking about something that not just me as a wedding planner, but I'm sure other wedding planners, actually I know other wedding planners, deal with when planning weddings for our couples. And it has to do with interacting with venues and vendors and basically trying to book everything. And it's got me so confused that I just felt compelled to vlog about it. Part of me is thinking that maybe people that are guilty of this behavior will see this and then have some sort of miraculous epiphany and stop doing this. And then the other part of me is not an idiot and realizes that people will not acknowledge that they have this bad behavior. Okay, so recently I wrote on my blog something about rewarding bad behavior, and if you missed the blog, I will link it in the bottom bar below so you can go ahead and check that out. I take a huge issue with rewarding bad behavior, and what I mean about that is paying somebody, whatever industry, and they don't deserve what you're paying. Let me clarify that. Say you have a contractor coming to your house and they stop showing up, or they come late, or they have to reschedule last minute, or all this stuff that's like super annoying. But instead of saying, you know what, peace, I'm gonna go get another contractor, most people are going to just stick with that person. And why? Because it's a pain in the neck to find somebody else and reschedule. Like, and maybe in the back of your mind you think, well, it's going to work out. And it's not like those situations where it's like the cable company or a phone company that's basically holding you hostage because there is no competition. I'm talking about hiring somebody where you could very easily find somebody else just as qualified, if not better qualified, to do the same exact job. So many times I see my couples rewarding bad behavior. They will be booked or booking with a venue or a vendor, and before deposit is even put down, that venue vendor is acting all sorts of ratchet. They're not returning calls, they're not answering emails, just everything is just a hot mess. Basically, there is nothing that says you can trust me with your money. Nothing. For whatever the reason, to save time, because you think it's going to all work out in the end, a lot of people will just keep doing it. And so then they pay somebody that really doesn't deserve it, and then throughout the process, things don't get better, and at the end of the process, they wish that they had gone back and hired somebody else. Even though one of the main reasons couples hire me is to make venue and vendor recommendations, a lot of them will still ask me to check out this photographer or find out if this florist is available. Whatever. Okay, and this is where the mind-boggling behavior comes into mind. Why do I have to chase you to try and give you money? Okay, so true story. I was booking a rehearsal dinner for one of my couples, and we were looking at different places, but they really wanted this one place they heard was great from a friend of a sister of a, it doesn't matter. So fine. So I'm going to do all the calling, and that's the thing. When you're working with a planner, they're making the phone calls, they're doing all this. So I go to this restaurant's website and grab a phone number. I call up, and it rings and rings and rings, like, I don't know, 500 times. And then finally, I get somebody to pick up, and they tell me to send an email, but not to the email address that's listed on the website. Then they give me a different email address. Now, if I really wanted to be picky, I could just say, listen, here's my email address. How about you email me? Because I'm bringing you money, not the other way around. Right? I write down the email address, and then immediately I send out an email. The email bounces back and says that this email address doesn't exist. I have no way of checking it because that's not the email address that's on the website. So I call the restaurant back. No answer, and I get a voicemail. So I leave a message. About 72 hours go by, and I still don't hear anything. I call back again. I get the same exact person, and I'm like, hey, remember me? So that address you gave me was completely wrong. What am I supposed to do? She then gives me another email address. She doesn't even flinch at the fact that I'm telling her the email address you gave me didn't work. Okay? Meanwhile, this entire time, why don't you change the email address on the website? Why won't you let people try and give you money? Why? What is the reason? Then I email her and it goes through. It's another 48 hours before I hear anything. The response answers about 2 of my questions and not the other 9. Now I'm realizing, okay, this is just gonna be back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and it's gonna take forever. And the thing is, I am literally trying to hand you money, and you are making it impossible. It's like, if you go to a strip club, okay, stripper's up there on the pole, you are making it rain, making it rain. She's not putting up an umbrella. So I like literally want to tell this restaurant at this point, get back on the pole, but that would be inappropriate. The thing is, I'm kind of trapped here now because my couple really wants this place for no reason. They've never been there. They just want to go to this place because a friend of a cousin of a sister of a whatever recommended it. All this is going, and I can't give this place money. Listen, it would be one thing if that only happened like every once in a while, but we see it happen in every single industry. The wedding industry is not exempt from this, and that happens in multiple places. Another thing that I don't understand in terms of this kind of bad behavior where I can't give you money is I'm not just gonna be a one-time client. This has the potential to become a long-standing relationship. I work with the same venues and vendors over and over and over for so many reasons. One of the reasons is that they make it really easy for me to book them. I'm not chasing them, I'm not calling them. Did you get my email? I'm trying to give you thousands of dollars. That's not happening. Don't make me jump through hoops to book them, to give them money. And the funny thing about this is I must get over a dozen cold calls and emails every single week from vendors, and they all say the same thing. Oh my gosh, I would love to work with you. Meanwhile, work with? You mean you want me to recommend you so that I can get you money. That's not with, that's not collaborating. That's you want to get in my book so that I can get you money. All right? So it's not like people don't recognize the fact that when you work with the planner, you can get a steady stream of income. It's not just a couple getting married that once they get married, they're gone. Maybe you'll get a referral. No, it's somebody that does weddings all year, and if you do well by her, she will keep bringing you more money. Why don't you want money? This also happens when the vendor is already locked into place. I cannot tell you how many times I have flat out told my clients, eat the deposit and walk away from this. And I get it. Listen, look, weddings are expensive and the last thing you want to do is set money on fire. But here's the thing. Once someone has your money and that person didn't deserve it to begin with, what do you think happens to the level of service? You think it goes up? Literally, I mean, I don't know if it can get worse, but it's like, you know, challenging the universe with like, oh no, it can. Watch this. There was a wedding that I worked on a couple of years ago and they already had one of the vendors in place. I found ways to pretty much enhance that contract. Meaning the couple had committed to this is what we're paying and this is what we're getting, but that's what we're starting with. And then when they hired me, I made suggestions of things that this vendor could add to make the wedding better. And they were all on board with it. I managed to increase what this vendor was getting paid by thousands of dollars. And their level of service was absolute garbage the entire time. Every single time I went back to say, okay, we want to change the proposal. And it wasn't, I want to change the proposal, I want to take this out and I want to take that out. Da, da, da. No, it was, I want to add this, I want to add this, I want to add this, I want to add this. I mean, I'm literally upselling for them. You're welcome. And I can't get emails back. I'm like literally chasing them with, can I get an updated proposal? And you know what I met with? I'm really busy right now. Oh, you're busy. Oh my God. Sorry. Why don't you want the money? It just boggles my mind. People always complain about wanting more money, and I literally could not make it easier. They just won't email me back, won't call me back, won't answer my questions. It's like I cannot hand them money. Take my money. I mean, I can't tell you the amount of clients that I have booked and that they have told me that I answered their inquiry and had a consultation with them and went to contract with them before any other planner that they contacted actually even responds to them. Why? Why? I can't tell you the amount of times I have to chase somebody for a contract. How do I pay you? How do I get you my client's money? Check? Credit card? If it's a check, who do they make it out to? Where do they mail things to? Like, none of this information is there, and I'm chasing you for it, and you're not calling me back? You're not emailing me back? What are you doing? There's a lot of stuff that makes my head spin as a wedding planner, but this is definitely in the top 10. I'm trying to give you money. Where did you go? Anyway, guys, that's my little vlog for today. I hope you take something away from this. If you are wedding planning and see this kind of stuff happening, please run, book somebody else. There's so much talent out there. You will find someone else. And if you are on the wedding side of this and are guilty of this and this actually resonated with you, thank you, Jesus. Make it easier to get money from people. It shouldn't be a circus act. Let me know what you think about this video. If you are currently dealing with this, if you have dealt with this and have stories to share, or anything that you have to say, please drop it in the comments section below. I always love to know what you guys are thinking and what stood out from the videos. And also feel free to let me know what you want to see next on this channel. I've got a whole bunch of stuff coming up for 2020, but I always want to put first what my audience wants. Thanks so much, guys, for sticking around. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow along on my social media links, which are all in the bottom bar below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.